Spiritual seekers throughout time have all seen the same thing. Jesus referred to it in the Bible when he said, "The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." Hello friends, my name is Vas Solo. I'm a recovered drug addict and alcoholic and a certified meditation coach. And today I'm going to reveal the second secret of superconscious meditation, which has to do with where you should gaze or look when you meditate, and how it's going to help you reach the superconscious state. In secret number 1, I talked about the importance of keeping a straight spine and how one of the reasons for this has to do with us trying to send our energy up the astral spine to energize this area right here. Biologically, this area right here is the location of our prefrontal lobes. The reason this is so important is because this area is the most evolved portion of the brain. It's associated with some of our highest faculties, such as the ability to concentrate, to be creative, to think abstractly, to control our impulses, and the ability to experience happiness. Conversely, there's an area in our brain called the limbic brain, which is the primitive part of the brain associated with some of our primal instincts and emotions such as fear and aggression. And scientists have actually studied people who meditate versus those who don't, and they found that people who have been meditating for a while have an active prefrontal cortex or prefrontal lobes and a quiet limbic brain. And those people who don't meditate, and especially people who suffer from mental health issues, let's say they're anxious or they're depressed, they have a very active limbic brain, in other words, that area responsible for fear and aggression, and quieter prefrontal lobes. So meditation actually energizes this part of the brain. Now, on a more subtle level, this is important for us who are spiritual because this is also the location of the spiritual eye, which is the seat of spiritual awakening in the body. Now, the spiritual eye is not an imaginary point. In fact, you can see it once you're advanced enough and once you awaken it. It's been described as being a golden circle of light surrounding a field of blue with a white 5-pointed star in the middle. And spiritual seekers throughout time have all seen the same thing. Jesus referred to it in the Bible when he said, "The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." There's a reason why saints are often depicted with their eyes looking upward. Many people think that it's them looking up towards the heavens. In fact, this is not true. They're actually, their gaze is drawn to that point naturally when they're in higher states of consciousness. And so this brings me to this simple technique. If we want to reach higher states of consciousness, we want to invoke those states by drawing our energy to the spiritual eye. And we can do this by gazing slightly upward when we meditate. So we keep our eyes closed or at least half open, and we lift our gaze slightly upward and look at the point between the eyebrows. And this will help us to channel that energy up the astral spine and to energize that point. It's interesting because a lot of us, we do the things that yogis do and we're not even aware of it. For example, my wife is always saying, "Don't tense your forehead," because I do a lot of writing and a lot of thinking, and anytime that I need to solve some sort of problem or come up with a creative solution, I naturally tense my forehead and draw my gaze to that point without even thinking about it, to energize both the prefrontal lobes and to invoke a higher state of awareness, which helps with creativity and to come up with those solutions. In fact, if you meditate and you train yourself to look in that direction or to that point, you're going to actually begin to feel a light bit of pressure, which is energy accumulating here. I want you to try this in your own practice and to comment below if you already practice it or if this is new and if you tried it and how it's impacted your meditation. Now tomorrow I'll be sharing the third secret, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Joy to you.